Good evening. I'd like to introduce to you my son Oliver, but who everyone at JB calls Ollie. Ollie just finished his first grade year at JB. Ollie loves WWE and Mario. Ollie loves being with his brothers. He loves Oreos and chocolate cake pops from Starbucks. He goes out of his way to be a great friend, and he is one of the most empathetic kids you will meet. He loves his classmates and his teachers' smile. Oliver, or Ollie, was diagnosed with moderate to intensive autism when he was 3 years old. I was pregnant with my third child at the time that we received his diagnosis and hadn't yet started teaching at JB. My husband described my reaction to his diagnosis as being out of my own body for several months. My body was here, but my brain wasn't connected. My mind was going down every rabbit hole that you can imagine. When you hear that your child will struggle emotionally and academically and potentially for life, what will he be able to do? What won't he be able to do? What does this mean for my child? And probably most importantly, will people be mean to him? Will they judge him? It was a swirl of questions with no answers, and no one who could hold my hand and show me what his path would look like. I wanted to do the very best for him, but couldn't get the answers of what the best was. And there wasn't much optimism from those who were on our path. As an intervention specialist, I knew some of the struggles Ollie was going to face. And as a parent, it hurts to watch your kids struggle. And at that point, I didn't know how much he would struggle. Then I started working at JB as a teacher. Being at JB, I finally saw all of the things that we thought were missing from Ollie's journey. Now I was sitting on both sides of the table. I wanted to give parents all we thought was lacking as we navigated Ollie's path. I didn't want to give kids a cookie-cutter approach. At JB, every kid has a different plan on his or her needs. Parents already know what their kids can't do. I try to give them what their kids can do. I help students and parents stay in the solution. I wasn't sure at first that Ollie would be able to qualify to come to JB. He was nonverbal when I started working at JB. If we took him somewhere that there were a lot of people, he would literally shut down for 2 days. But through COVID, we had a lot of interventions at home, and I was working with him daily. Ollie was able to come to JB as a kindergartner. What I appreciate the most is that at JB, they saw Ollie as a person. They saw him for who he was. Who he was a gift, no matter what he could or could not do. That was the first time I ever felt there was an air of optimism. And doesn't every kid deserve to be seen that way? I won't lie, the first year was rough. At first, he had trouble using his words to ask for what was needed, which sometimes led to getting so worked up that no words could come out. Once he found his voice, he was able to confidently advocate for himself. He also encouraged his peers to do the same. He didn't like to see classmates play by themselves and would always invite them to play. He learned to cheer on his classmates, sometimes through tears, and when he wanted to win so badly. His teachers would share his academic and social victories throughout the year, and Ollie would be very proud of himself when he told us what he was able to do. But here's the ending of the story you never saw coming. Today was Ollie's last day of first grade. It was his last day of JB, period. This kid was diagnosed as moderate to intensive autism. The kid who is nonverbal will be transitioning to our local elementary school in the fall and has been accepted into the STEM program. There are still some social quirky things that make him Ollie. It's what makes him him. Am I nervous for him to leave JB? Absolutely. But he is ready. He has taken what he's needed from JB and is ready to apply it to in a typical classroom setting. I can never express how grateful I am for JB and what they did for Ollie. But this isn't every student's journey, it's Ollie's. But at JB, that's the point. Every student has his or her own journey. I was once told, see your child as their siblings see them. Siblings just see their brother or their sister. They don't see a diagnosis. I am grateful from the bottom of my heart that JB looked at Ollie that way. And I promise that every kid that ever comes through my classroom from now until I retire, that is the way I will look at them. I promise I will look at every kid as a gift that they are. Thank you.